Good evening, everyone. Am I audible to you clearly? We will start the backend today at 6:05. We will wait to join everyone. Okay. We will wait for 4 to 5 minutes. Then we will start the backend today. Okay. First, we will see what is the backend. Then we will learn the web APIs and some protocols. Then we will start the Node.js. And today we will write our basic server of Express.js and one CRUD operation with a MongoDB, Express.js and Node.js. Okay. For front end, like in this web development course, we learn a front end. We called it the way API. Sorry, UI. Okay. We learn. Now we're going to learn a server, right? Backend. So what is backend? Someone can explain what is the backend? I want to know basically what is a web services. Can someone suggest me what is the web services? Combination of server and data. This is the backend, right? Okay. The what is a web service? Great. This is great. Okay, we will not wait that much. We will start our syllabus. Okay. So now I will start screen sharing. My screen is visible to you guys. Okay, thank you. Now, we are talking what is a backend, right? Wait a minute. So basically, we can call the server side logic and infrastructure that support a web application is known as backend. Okay. So let's talk about the web services. What is a web services? Like intro to web services and what is the API we basically call. When we talk about the backend, we talk about the API. Okay. So first let's talk about this thing. Okay. So what is a web services? Web services is a name suggested, okay, and it's simply a software system. We can call it especially designed to propagate a communication between the client and server. Basically, like I having any like server like Joho and Excelrida. So here it is a like doing some communication between the client and the services, okay, server, and simply we called www, that is world wide web. Okay, in some simple word, if I want to say, it is a method of communication among two or more devices over a network. Okay, and it allow a multiple application built on a different programming languages to communicate with each other without any trouble. Okay, so what I am talking about, let's discuss. Okay, so this is a web server. Okay, and this is a web. Both are with, this is a client and this is a server. Okay, and we making some communication between these two. Okay, so basically this structure is called a web services. Okay, here we will do some data exchange, functionality extension, integration between these two things. Okay, something, and these are the platform independence. It will run in a Android, it will run in a Mac. Okay, it will run on a Windows, it will also run on a Linux. Okay, so let's talk about what types of web services there might be, the type of web services. Okay, so simply there is a some we called a SOAP. What is full form of SOAP? Simple object access protocol. Okay, so what is a SOAP? SOAP is a protocol specification that define a set of rule and standard for structuring masses and exchanging information between the web services. Basically, it is a base on a XML. Okay, it is a base on a, you can see here, XML. What is it stand for? XML. XML stand for, guys. XML stand for, okay, extensible markup language. Okay, and typically it is uses in HTTP. Okay, this SOAP protocol, SMTP, TCP for communication, and SOAP widely used in the early days of web services now, and it is a standard by the W3. Okay, W3C, that is a World Wide Web Consortium. Okay, so this is a like a structure. We send something in a message format. Okay, and this is a standardized protocol. Okay, and it is very like see, complex and formal. Okay, it is a complex, we don't know what is inside that, so it is complex and formal. Okay, it having already a built-in security. Okay, and it is stateful. Okay, so it maintain the state between the request and supporting transaction and conversation between the client and server. Basically what is meaning of a state is. Okay, and if I talk about REST, okay, that is nothing but representational state transfer. Okay, so if I talk about REST, so REST is a architecture style that defined as a set of content for designing network application, and it was introduced by Raw Fielding. Like, let me the name, Raw Fielding. Okay, in his doctoral dissertation in nearly 2000. Okay, and gain a widespread adaptation due to the simplicity. Okay, REST provide us the simplicity, and it provides some method like get, post, put, delete. Okay, and there is a characteristic of REST. The first is it is a stateless. Okay, so it is a stateful, but REST is stateless. It is a resource base. Of course, if it is a stateless, then we need some resources. It is a representational, okay, and it is a stateless communication, okay. So if we remove something that is a state, okay, some object, some message between that, so it become a lightweight, okay, scalable, flexibility and simplicity, okay. But the problem is this is a standard method, okay, but REST is having a lack of standard. It not follow the standard, and it is a limited. That's why it having a limited security. Okay. This is a GraphQL. We don't use a GraphQL now on the basis of like colleges or small organization. Okay. Basically, what is a REST API, GraphQL? Basically we having some REST API, okay, and there is some backend, different backend for the different API. But in a graph QL, okay, we having a same endpoint for all API. How we'll consider what they need on the basis of uh, on the basis of their request, and it provide exact data, not like API, okay. REST API didn't provide sometime exact data, but GraphQL provide a user exact thing what we required, okay. So this is a basic example of okay, I forgot to talk about what is a API. That is a main problem. So API stand for application programming interface, okay, and it is a set of rules and protocols, I can say, and it allow different software application to communicate and interact with each other, okay, and it define a method and data format that one software program can use to request and exchange the information or perform a specific action with another program services or system, okay. And if I talk about some types of APIs, so we called a Babe API. So what is a Babe API? That is same thing, Babe application programming interface. It is a set of rule and protocol that allow different software application to communicate and interact with each other over the internet. Okay, when it come away over a internet. So API act as an intermediate, enabling application to seamlessly access and exchange the data and functionality. They play a crucial role in modern web development by enabling the integration of diverse system and services. If I talk about, I having some database, okay, and then web server. Here is a web application. Here user will came, okay, and request something, okay. Here a user can request something, okay. So here a user requests something, okay, on the internet, okay, web application. It goes through the internet and it will pass to the API, okay, and then it will goes to our web service server where we write some logic, okay, and then it goes to the database, and then database will be response and it will come to the web server, then API, then internet, then we will get our response, okay. So this happened in the background. So if I talk about some key features, it is a standard communication protocol, okay, and it has a data format. It uses a RESTful API, representational state transfer, okay, and it having, we can provide authentication and authorization. We will see it today, and it will control our version of application, it having our documentation. Okay, so if I talk about what a API do, okay, so similarly there is a mobile phone, okay, and when we like open some web browser application on it and you will give some request, okay, so it goes or request to the API, okay, after that, and then it will goes to the server, then database, okay, similarly database, and then we will get a response. You can like take example, if you go in a restaurant, okay, and you check a menu, okay, and make a order, and then there is a waiter, okay, it will goes to take that order to the kitchen, okay, and bring anything what you order, pizza, biryani, all those things you order, okay, and it will deliver the pizza or something to us, okay. So what is a waiter? Waiter is a API, nothing but API. What is a kitchen? Kitchen is a server and database. Okay. So I think you understand how the system goes. So okay. Transport data, yes. The meaning of markup language, it come with some syntax. Okay. I already told this about you. Okay, so we will start now. We discuss everything, I think, that is required. Okay. So any doubt? Any doubt up to this? We will start the Node.js now. We can. Okay. Any doubt up to this? In a API, what is API and all those things? Okay, if no, then search Node.js, okay, and download the Node.js, okay, LTS version. Download this and install in your system. Then we required something that is MongoDB community server, community download, okay, and then open this website, and if we scroll down, we will get, okay, and download this one. This is a very large package, okay, so download this one, click on download, and you will get to download it. Okay, if I open this, okay, and goes in a download, search for MongoDB. I think I have it. Okay, this one. So click on there, and then like after download that one, okay, click on a next. Then okay, if you want to click on a change, you can change. You didn't get this, okay, I have already installed. Just click on a next, okay, you can click on a change, okay, and here just you can like download only SSL, okay. uh, I recommend you install everything, okay. Let me know if you getting some problem to installing that system, okay. I will give you the 5 to 10 7 minutes to install that thing. If you guys like getting some problem to install, Let me know. Okay. Everyone, please install this software. Okay. If you're having, that's good. Let me know how many of you already install this thing. Okay. You can check this is in your system. Just open a control panel. Okay. And inside the control panel, open your programs. Okay. And then program and feature. Okay. And then search MongoDB. Okay, you if you having this plus SSL, let me know guys how many having this system. Let me know. So basically we will build this system. Okay, this one we will going to build this up to this part. Okay, up to this part we will develop in a backend, and we already talk about this web application. This part we already done with this part. This is a UI. Okay, we will talk about only this part now. Okay, today I will like finish up with this and this, and in last day we will talk about the detail MongoDB. We will learn in a detail. Okay, that will help you in your examination. Let me know guys how many having that software MongoDB. This is a very big software. Let me know. Please be quick response everyone. Okay, let me know if you're getting some problem to install done. Okay, great. How many of you having that software guys? Let me know. Done. Okay, Anik. Okay, can you repeat the thing in program folder? Okay, okay. Just open a control panel. Okay, and check on a program and then program and feature. Okay, and just search here MongoDB. Okay, if you having this SSL, okay, then it's okay, installed. Okay, okay, great Pawan, great Yuvraj. Please respond everyone. I need to know how many of you working. Okay, if you don't having, then install this thing. Okay, I will repeat once again. Just search MongoDB community download. Okay, and you will get a MongoDB community server download. Okay, and just click on that. Okay, if you scroll down, then you will get this. Okay, community server. Just click on install. You will get like this is a nearby 700 MB, I think so. Okay, so that will take a time. Okay, Okay, I think we will start, guys. We can start. Okay. So we having a VIP already, right? Here I will create one folder that I will provide a name server. Okay, and I will open that server folder. Then I will open with the VS Code. Okay. So how many of you still are like installing this thing? Let me know if you anyone installing this thing, or I can continue, guys. Let me know. So basically, if you are installing, just listen to me. Okay. Uh, we we are not doing anything. Just listen me. What is a Node.js? So if I talk about what is a really Node.js is, Node.js is a open source cross-platform server-side environment. Okay, runtime environment. If someone asks you what is a Node.js, you're gonna say Node.js is a open source cross-platform server-side runtime environment, or basically you can say it is a server-side runtime environment for a JavaScript. Okay, and that enable a program to create a scalable online app that perform well. Okay, and it is a built, I already talk about this, it is a built on the basis of the v8 engine. Okay, v8 JavaScript engine. Okay, and that power source to Google Chrome. Okay, so if you are using a Node.js, then always use a Google Chrome to check that thing. Okay, and a developer can utilize JavaScript for both front end, okay, and back end. uh, when we come to know about us, like when we having a Node.js. Okay, then because Node.js is a event driven and non-blocking. Okay, it can manage a numerous connection simultaneously without becoming sluggish, and it is ideal for developing real-time web application API because it gives a event loop and the flow of request and response. Okay, if I talk about, okay, if I search about execution of Node.js program, okay, and if I search in a okay, which one will be the better? I think this is a better thing. This is also a better. I show you. See, see this architecture. Why we call it non-blocking? Okay, so we having a V8 engine. Okay, and inside that we having a in a JavaScript we have being a callback stack, but here we having a event queue. Okay, so when something comes in a event queue, okay, and it think, oh, it is a asynchronous. Asynchronous here called it non-blocking. It will directly goes to our V8 engine, and there we will having a Web API, and that will be execute that system. Got it? That will be execute that system. If it is a synchronous program, then it will call a blocking operations. Okay, and it will goes to the worker thread, and we having some worker thread, and they will execute that thing, like we having a file system, network, processes. Okay, and threads will execute that thing, and execute callback. Okay, and it will goes through the event loop. So working of event loop here is a very different from the working of event loop in a GS. Okay, so keep in mind when interviewer asks you what is a event loop, then first ask, sir, if I have to explain the event loop in a JavaScript, or I have to explain the event loop in a Node.js. Okay, so here the system is a different. Okay, here it will check first it is a synchronous or asynchronous, and there they will take care call based stack is empty, then they will allow the asynchronous in JavaScript. And here it is this system event queue distinguish between the asynchronous and synchronous. If it is a synchronous, then it will goes to the worker thread. Okay, if I open this Node.js, so here introduction to Node.js. Okay, so Node.js is an open source server environment. Node.js is a free, and Node.js is a run on a various platform like a Windows, Linux. Okay, and Node.js uses JavaScript on the server. Okay, so why Node.js? Okay, this is also question, why Node.js? So Node.js use asynchronous programming and a common task for a web server, and can be to open a file on a server and return the content to the client. Okay, so I already talk about what is a multi-page application. Okay, I already talk about what is a multi-page application. So multi-page application is a type of application, okay, in which each application page is a separate HTML document with unique URL. Okay, and when user engages with the interaction with MPA, the browser dispatches a request to the server to load a fresh HTML page that generally encompasses the application logic and presentation and data. So we already talked about advantages of multi-page application. So it is excellent in search engine optimization, high browser compatibility, simple to build and maintain, and they having a more security. Disadvantage, it will be of course it is generating a new page, then it is a time consuming. Okay, it reduce the user experience because it reload the new page, okay, on each interaction. Okay, and problem with a large scale application and restricted offline capability. but we having a single page application, okay, using a React. So we already talk about installation of Node.js. Okay, so let's initialize our program of Node.js. Okay, everyone ready? Anyone having any problem up to this? Any problem, guys? Anyone having any problem? Okay, so already okay. Now I will write here some server.js. Okay, and here I will do npm in it. Okay, so what is meaning of npm? Node package manager. I already talked about this. So JavaScript programming language has a package manager that is called Node package manager, and it is used to install and manage and share packages of reusable code that may be used in a Node.js application, and is the default package manager for Node.js runtime environment. Okay, this is a default package manager. That's why we use this. Okay, npm give user access to sizable expanding library of open source packages that are simple to install, include in Node.js project, and it make it simple for developer to exchange a code, manage dependency, and work together on a project. Okay, if someone using a different version, okay, if sir, you are not visible and audible. Am I visible and audible? I having a two mentor, guys. Anyone except Anik Ghosh, anyone having problem like this? Visible and audible. Okay. Okay. Let's say if there is a like one user and second developer, okay, and both he is using some v2, okay, v2, but he is using version 1. Okay, so how they will work together? They can work together because they having on npm. Okay, so basically how to install, we have to do a basic thing. Npm install, firstly initialize the this package. So I will do npm init. Okay, so it will ask some question, package name, I will give server. Okay, you can change your name, okay, as per the requirement, but basically give the name as per the nomenclature, follow the nomenclature always, guys. So here provide a server, then provide a version, then provide a description if you want to give. I will not like give any description here. Okay, and then entry point, I will give a server.js. If I didn't mention server.js, it will provide an index.js. Okay, so as per your requirement, you can give a name here. Okay, now I will get test command. Okay, I will not give, I will keep it default. Okay, and then git repository, I don't want to provide any repository now. Keyword, I don't want to provide any keyword. Author, I will provide our name. Okay, you will give your name. License isc, I will give same. You can give IBM, all those things. Okay, it's this is okay. So I will get this thing basically. Okay, if I click enter, okay, I will get a package dot json. Okay, here I having a name, that is a server. Okay, First, let's do npm I. Okay, so I will install my node package. First, let's talk about that thing. Okay, to install, okay, we already talk about node package manager. Not getting anything here. Okay, so I'm getting now the packet log JSON file. Okay, and packet.json. Okay, so if I talk about a npm, I'll already talk about that is node package manager on how to install npm install. And if I give install some packages like npm I express, so I have to write npm I express. Okay, I'm able to install. Now I am getting a node module file. Okay, this is this folder contain the library. Okay, how to uninstall npm I. Okay, sorry, npm uninstall install. Okay, and you can provide a package name, so you can uninstall from here. Okay, and then you having a npm update. Okay, so we can update the version. Okay, and you have to provide a version name on the basis of dependency, it will update it. And then let's talk about packet.json. So in a starting, I having a name. So this is the name of the project, that is a server. Then this is a version. Okay, so I having a the version number of the project. Then I having a description. I didn't write any description. Rather than I will get a description here. Okay, here I will get some description. Okay, I am not like writing anything. And if I write a type module, okay, so I can. Okay, then I having a main. Okay, main file, this is a entry file. Okay, if you write something here, that will only gonna run. Okay, so we will see how we'll import everything in our server.js. We're gonna import everything in our server.js. Then we having a test. Okay, then we having a start. Okay, so this is a script where we can test our server using this, and we can start server using node using npm start. Okay, this is all about this npm. If you want to go yarn, so the little different from here. Okay, everything is same, the little bit is different. Okay, yarn is faster and it is created by the Facebook. Okay, so it like come after npm. Okay, in a 2016. So you can use a yarn if you want. Okay, then we having a npx, we already talked about. Okay, uh, node package execution. Okay, so let's talk about modules in a node.js. Okay, so let's talk about module in a node.js. Okay, module. So what is a module in a node.js? This is a core idea which will let you split your code into a reusable file. If I am talking about a module, I can divide. If it is a whole project, okay, okay, this is a whole project, so I can divide it into the small chunk. Okay, small chunk. Okay, so that is the module. Okay, and we having some types of module we will see. So a module is a node.js is only file containing code. It is a possible to utilize a module to group together. Okay, I will group together using a module, and I can comparable pieces of code and data and making it simple to manage and reuse the code. Okay, throughout our program. So to build in an external module are two different category of module. Node.js external module are module developed by the outside of developer that may be installed using a package manager like an npm. Okay, we will see some. Okay, and we having a three type of module basically. Okay, so first is a core module. Second is a local module, and third is a third party module. We will see third party module. Okay, so let's talk about the Node.js core module. Okay, this one. Okay, so server built in a module usually called a core module. Okay, and it is included with a Node.js and offer a broad range of capability for creating Node.js applications, similar to how other Node.js module are loaded into our application using the need of the function. And these core module are installed with a Node.js itself. So if I am doing npm init, okay, so it will come with this. Okay, this one only. Okay, and I do npm I, then it will come. Okay, it already included. So some node module, essential module, we can see first is a fs. Okay, uh, first is a fs. I will delete these two. Wait. I will write this name, core module. And we having something first is a fs, that is a module provide api interacting with a file system, and this module can read and write the file. Okay, and then we having a http, okay, and also https. Can someone tell me what is a https? Okay, can someone tell me what is HTTPS? So HTTP is a module provider function creating HTTP server, okay, and making HTTP request and handling HTTP response. Okay, and then we having a path. So this module provide a method for working with a file and directory path. Okay, and then we having a crypto. So if I talk about crypto, so this module provide a cryptography functionality. Okay, then we having a util. Okay, so this module provide a set of utility function that can be used to perform a common task in a Node.js. Okay, we will see this. And then we having a OS, that is this module provide a information about the operating system that Node.js is running on, including the host name. Okay, and then we having a event. Okay, so this module provide a event driven architecture for building Node.js application, and this module can create a handle custom event in our application. Okay, So if I talk about our Node.js local modules, okay, that is nothing, the second one. Okay, so if I like making something by myself, like I create some module, okay, some function here, uh, const, okay, add equal to something, that is a plus b, a and b I'm passing, okay, and I will use the arrow function here. So inside that I having return a plus b, okay, and I'm doing second subtract, okay, and I will do module dot export, module dot export, sorry, module dot, I am getting something very bad, export, it's very bad, module, okay, dot export, and I will export like this, okay, both add and subtract. Okay, so this is this both thing is my local module. It will become my local modules, okay, and I will accept somewhere, okay. And if I talk about the third party modules that will install, like I am installing here the express.js, okay. So this is our refi search express. So this is a third party, okay, express. And how to install npm I express, okay. So express.js is a third party application, like xgeo is a third party application, movement.js is a third party application, multer is a third party application, JSON Web Token is a third person. So there is a many third party application we gonna install. So that we need to install through the npm. That is a third party application. Okay, or we are using some APIs or something, that is also the third party application. Okay, so let's come to the core module. Okay, secure, security, secure, yeah, secure version of it. Okay, okay. So if I talk about HTTP module, so in a core module, right? I'm going to talk about first HTTP module. So what is doing HTTP module do? Okay, so it is a built-in, okay, already built-in in a Node.js module and functionality for setting up HTTP server and sending HTTP query. Okay, so like I am create HTTP dot create server method can use to create HTTP server using HTTP module. Okay, for instance, and the code. I'm going to write something. So here I will write this. Okay, I can require this. So first I have to require this HTTP, and then I will create a server const, okay, server uh, create, okay, and it provide a request and response, okay, and then I am going to write something. I will use request dot status code, status code 2200, okay, and I will set a header, okay, and endpoint. Okay, hello world, and I will write I having some built-in server dot listen. Okay, and I will console this HTTP. Okay, on a 3000. Okay, so here this example having a simple server of Node.js. Okay, so incoming request we having a create a server and it having a request and response. Okay, and then I will do request dot status 2000 and I'm sending like this is for the sending. Okay, and this is for the request, this is for the response. So I'm response some status code and I respond some set header there. Okay, and I will send hello world. Okay, so if I start this, it will run. I will do npm start because my script is a start, or I can also write node server .js. Okay, but I'm gonna do npm start. So server is running here. Okay, on a 3000. So congratulations guys. We make a basic Node.js server. Okay, that is a hello world. Okay, we got a response hello world that I provide in a endpoint. Okay, here I provide in the response dot end and header having a content type. I give a text plane. Okay, I provide a content type, that is I provide a text. Okay, so I having a many option here. I can I can modify this more. Okay, so here I am getting something. File is not a common module. It may convert it to a ES module. Okay, so here I have to mention something, that is this type module. Okay, I'm not going to do that thing. I can do, if I can do. I'm still getting this. Okay, we will see this later. Let's focus on this. Okay, here I can give some option. Okay, I provide a const. Okay, and I will give some option. Okay, I can give a local host name. Okay, and I'm not going to give a port name 80. I give just 80. Okay, I will provide just 80. I will like stop the server, and here I am going to do www dot okay google.com. Okay, and now I will change this code. Okay, and I can, instead of create, okay, I can do one thing, that is const request, okay, equal to http dot request, and I having option. Okay, and I will write option here. Inside that I will provide something options. Okay, options, and then I will provide something response. Okay, and here I will provide this, and this. Okay, and then I will console dot log, and then I will provide a inside a backtick. I will write status code. Okay, request dot status. Okay, and I can send a request dot on. Okay, request dot on, and I will provide a data. Okay, and process dot std out, write some data. Okay, okay, and now I can do I can write a error also. Okay, if I do npm start, I'm getting error, server is not defined. Okay, I didn't define a server, I don't require this one. Okay, I can simply request dot and do this. Okay, so this could create a http get request to google.com and log the response status. Okay, the basically example of this code. And if I run this, okay, so npm start, I'm getting some responses, guys. See, I'm getting some responses, okay, from the google.com. I'm not able to read this, but I'm getting some responses from google.com. Status code is 2, and I am getting some doc type. Okay, Node.js server is start. Okay, so I am getting some data from Google. Okay, so basically this code create HTTP GET request to google.com and log the response status code and data to the console here. Okay, so this is a use of HTTP. Okay, let's talk about next one. I'm talking about lot thing. We create a first our server. Let's talk about the file system. Okay, the next one is a FS module. So how we required fs const fs, and then I will write using a fs. Okay, using a fs, it is a pre-built already in a node.js. I don't have to require to install this thing. Okay, and it have a capability of interchanging with the file system. You can use to create a directories, read, write files, and carry out the file system activities. Okay, so reading a file, I can write like this: fs dot read file. Okay, so this is something server dot something, and I will write like this. Okay, this one like this. So I'm writing server.js, and here I have to provide a UTF-8. UTF-8, what is UTF-8, guys? You already like read HTML, whole HTML. What is UTF-8? Okay, what is UTF-8? You talk about like you know about ASCII value, that is similar to like UTF-8. Okay, so this is my like file system. This is also having some problem. It's saying please import, use here import. Okay, I'm not going to import, like it's saying import fs from fs. Okay, so I'm not getting any like problem here. If I run this server, okay, if I start npm start, okay, then I'm consoling this thing, whole thing. Okay, see, I'm able to console this whole file, right? I'm able to console this whole file. Okay, like I having some txt. Okay, abc dot txt. Okay, and I'm going to write something. Okay, and if I mention here only the txt ab sb dot txt. Okay, and if I rerun my server npm start, I'm able to print my whole file content and svn. Okay, I'm getting all the my file content. So using a fh.read, I can read in a file. Okay, I can also write in a file. Okay, if I want to write, so I can write in a file like this. Fs dot, okay, like this, using write file, and I'm gonna write something I will mention here. Okay, I can also take a input from a user. So I'm mentioning this. Okay, so let's start npm start. Okay, I'm getting file has been written successfully. Let's see, the hello world will be there. Yeah, I'm getting hello world. Okay, so using fs.write, I can able to write in a file, I can able to read in a file. Okay, I can also create a directory. Okay, if I want to create some file, I can create some file. So fs dot mk dot mk dir. Okay, make directory, and I'm making something. Okay, so here I will make text test. Okay, I don't require this one, I can remove. Okay, and I've thrown error, if some error and it's successful, I will write successful. Okay, so basically let's start npm start. Okay, I am able to create a directory. Okay, I'm able to create this text. This text is not stop label. Okay, so using a file system, I can create, write, append in the file. Okay, if I don't want to rewrite, this is a like you can write something, then all the content that is available here will, okay, close. Okay, and it will read. I am thinking that I can share this code with you rather than. Okay, let's first talk about also here something that is path module. Okay, so what is a path module? Any doubt up to this, guys? Unicode transfer format? Yes. here we having next path. We already talk about this. We will not gonna talk about this. We will talk about this one. Okay, this is not more we gonna use because we having a HTTP sorry, Express.js. Okay, and HTTP also. So path module working with a file and directory path can be done using the built-in Node.js module called path, and it offer a strategy for resolving a pathway and merging a path normalization. Okay, you can carry out the following like this one, uh, const. Okay, and if I having a path, okay, equal to require path. Okay, require, and I will write a path. Okay, this one. So I can normalize a path. Okay, to normalize a path, we can use path dot normalize method. Okay, so const normalize normalized path. Okay, we can write like this, and if I console, I will get a one path. Okay, instead of this, I will get one path. Let me clear. If I do npm start, okay, this say don't require. Okay, the same problem. Okay, so I will do import path from path. Okay, this will okay. Okay, so I'm getting this normalized path. Instead of many of these, I am getting up to this. Okay, it says this is okay. Okay, so we don't having control on this. This is done by the Node.js itself. Okay, and I having one more method I gonna talk about in a path. That is a resolve path. Okay, if I write sorry, I will comment this. Okay, and for this, and I am going to write resolve path. Okay, so I can write a path like this. Okay, and if I start npm start, I'm getting this path. Okay, resolve path. Okay, I am getting something on BIP server forward. Okay, so if I want to open this, okay, so in my user, in my smart, in my OneDrive, in my desktop, in my VIP, in my server, okay, in my phone, okay, and then bar and bars. Okay, so it will provide where is my path. Okay, where is this my path? So this is in nothing but here. Okay, here I am creating itself only. Okay, so you can explore this thing. I am going to talk about a OS module. Okay, so I can import OS from OS, and then I having a what is OS? OS is a same operating system module in a Node.js, and it is a pre-built module that offer a feature for interacting with the operating system. You can access the data about the platform, host name, CPU, architecture, and memory use of a currently running operating system. Okay, so if I want to know what is my platform, okay, what is this system, computer system inside that, so I can do console log dot console.log. Okay, OS type, what is my operating system, what is my platform. Okay, what is my OS release, what is my CPU architecture. Okay, I can also not a free man, I am going to talk about a host name. Okay, so here I'm going to write os dot host name. Okay, okay, if I running this npm start. Okay, see, I'm getting responses. Type of system, Windows. Okay, platform, Windows 32. Release, okay, release, this is a release version. CPU architecture 64. Host name is SmartBreeze PC. Okay, so this is a use of OS. You can get interact with your system. So this is a basic Node.js. Okay, if anyone having doubt, you can ask me. Okay, we built the basic server of using Node.js. Okay, using HTTP. So anyone having any doubt up to this, I will start Express after this. Okay. I'm sharing this code with you guys, and okay. File module, na? Okay, Control V. See, in file module, okay, first we have to import a fs. Okay, then I can read my file. Okay, let me comment this. Using a file module, I can read some file. Okay, if I want to read it itself, the whole file of this, and I will write this. Okay, I will delete this, and server dot js. Okay, and if I start npm start, okay, I will get a whole what I'm writing here. I'm getting whole thing, okay, in a console, whole my file. So I am able to using f dot read. Okay, and here I will provide my file name, and here I will provide a UTF-8, that is a Unicode transfer format. Okay, what is it? Uh, it is a basically we are using a code, right? And some of code will first convert it into a tokens in a binary number, then I am getting the this output. So it is a help to convert that thing, okay, into binary to this text. Okay, binary to text, like we are using the same thing. If you like see on a HTML. Okay, so it will convert it. It is like it is same as a ASCII value. Okay, having some 4488 data, it having some value. Okay, and it will provide some like same value. Okay, so first it will convert into the tokens, and then we will get this it back. Okay, as it is. So I'm getting is back as it using a UTF-8. Then here I am having error, and I am getting a data from this. Okay, so if I'm getting a data error, then I am consoling error rather than I'm like getting a data, okay, of this file. Got the idea? Then I'm getting this output in a console. Okay. If I want to write the file, I can write the file like ab.txt. Okay. And I will write hello VIP students. Okay. And CLS. So here the same thing. In a write, I will give the file name, and then what I am writing, I will like change the content. There is a hello world. I will change the whole content with this content. Okay. If I having something like my name is smart, I am 18-year old or something. Okay. I am from not a China. Okay. I am from India. Like this. Okay. And then here I will get from function only error, and I will send a error, and I will console this. Okay. So if I like get error, I will do console.error. And if I'm not getting any error, I will consoling file has been written successfully. So let's start npm start. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting file has been written successfully. Now I will get only a hello VIP student. So like same as I have a make directory, I can make a directory like this text using this. Okay. Got the idea? Got the idea? Manovardhan? Tripathi ji. Okay. Okay, I will share this code with you guys. Code share. Control V, and don't delete this thing, guys. This is for everyone. Okay. Okay, you can access the code, guys. So now I will start Express.js. Okay. So basically, what is Express.js? This is basically, let's talk about the first API. So same, I am like I'm not talking about API. It work is same. Okay, like I can continue, guys. Can I continue? I can continue. Anyone having any doubt in Node.js? So if I talk about API recently, okay, so I have discussed about something that is there is a restaurant, you make order, and there is a waiter. It will take your order and like inform in the kitchen, and then he will bring the order from the kitchen. Okay, so he is working like a API. Okay, so in a computer science language, it is a set of guidance, procedure, and resources used to develop a software program. And API allow a developer to include third-party services in their application by defining how various software components should be communicated. Okay, so I also talk about a REST. Then let's talk about a Express. Okay, Express. So what is a Express? So Express is nothing a framework. Okay, a web like web application framework for Node.js is called Express.js, and it offer a suite of tools for creating a web and mobile application. Okay, including it provide a middleware for typical web application activities, and it support for managing HTTP request and template engine for displaying view. So Express.js is a on re-on of it is of use of flexibility, enabling a developer to easily create a straightforward sophisticated application. Also it has a sizable and vibrant community that offer a plethora of asset tools plugging to expand it functionality. If I talk about some programmer pick Express here, so it support for robust, okay, middleware, okay, and it is a substantial and active developer community. Okay, there is a lot community in the background. It having a high performance also, but not better than the Node.js. Okay, on the basis of scale, I am talking about. It is a compatibility with other like Node.js module. Okay, Node.js module. So Express.js is easily integrated with other web application. Okay, components since other than like we having a FS module. Okay, and it having a feature, some feature. Okay, features. Okay, so it provide a middleware. Okay, it having some middleware routing. Okay, it provide a templating. Okay, so what is middleware is a request handler with access to the application request response cycle. Okay, and then what is the routing? It refer to the how a application endpoint URL, okay, respond to the client. And then meaning of templating, it provided templating engine to build a dynamic content on a web page by creating a HTML template on a server, and then it having a debugging. Okay, debugging. So Express make it easier to identify the exact part where it works. Right? We cannot like identify with the help of okay, with the help of that previous one. We called it file system. Okay, so how to create a server using Express? Simple. First we have to install the Express, like you have to do npm i express. Okay, so I already installed it. Okay, then we have to create a new file, that is server, and we have to require the Express, and we will see. I'm going to write that thing. So for a minute, I will write here basic server setup using Express. Okay, I don't require this body parser and course. Okay. Post Express. Okay. So I'm writing something code of Express.js here. I will remove this thing. Okay, let me explain you. First, we require Express. So it's saying my version is like included. Okay, it become a common.js. I can send here type. Okay, this module. Is it okay? I think my version is like updated. That's why the problem or deprecated. So I'm writing first. I have to require the express. Okay, import the express. That is nothing but import the express. Then I will use the express function. Okay, identify with the app. Okay, then I am writing a taking a pose. Okay, I don't write this. I don't have a .env. We'll talk about a .env. Okay, and then I am using a app.use express.json. Okay, if something that is not readable, then convert it into the JSON. Okay, in the express already this part is written. Okay, you can see body parts or all those thing is written here. Okay, then I like URL encoded. Okay, if some URL is not readable, encode that URL. Okay, body.parser. So I write in URL encoded. Okay, I don't require if I don't want to use this thing. I can comment this thing. I'm not getting something that I require. Then I use express.statics. Okay, so what is statics? So serve statics. Okay, not a dynamic. If I search serve statics, okay, so I'm getting this copyright. Okay, this thing use strict. So also I don't require this one also, but I have to use that. Okay, then I am writing app.get. What is get? Get is a method, okay, of the HTTP protocol, and I already talk about like 1 minute. You will get confused. I will delete this thing. Public dot index dot html. No, I'm not writing this. Okay. Request response. I will console something. Request dot uh, response dot send. Welcome to Express server. Okay, and on API I am getting this. Okay, so simply, and I am doing app dot license. That is one of property of our nothing but Express.js. It is also property of Node.js. There we do server dot listen. Now I am doing dot listens, and I am giving a port inside that and using a backtick. Okay, I am consoling that port. Now, if I run this, okay, console shift, I will get some error might be, and then start. Okay, the same thing. Package contained a module file. Oh, sorry, I have to mention common.js. Sorry, I think this will okay. Okay. So the problem is this require is not running if I didn't make a common JS. If it is become a module JS. Okay. So running on this, if I click, okay, welcome to Express server. Okay. So on this, I am sending welcome to Express server, and on this route, if I make a API slash API, then I will get hello world. Am I getting this? Let's see. I will write what I'm writing API. Okay, and I will click enter. I am getting hello world in a message. Okay, message hello world because I sent a request dot as a request dot JSON as a message. Okay, hello world. Clear up to this, guys? Clear the basic server of Express.js? Clear up to this? I will copy this. This is the basic code, guys. I will share some other code. Okay, Madhavardhan. I will share some other code. Okay, the important code. This is not important. This is just for the practice, guys. So you can find out anywhere. Okay, this is unnecessary code. That's why I already shared there. I will share that important code there. Okay, only. So that's how we able to print the things. Now let's start the main thing, that is a server provides something that is we have to follow some structure. Okay, we already see how we will get. We can also use a dot post, like I will say app dot post API dot data, and I will receive data. I can also put data. Okay, like I can send. Okay, this is already provided, this HTTP method by the Express.js, so I can use all those things. Okay, so I'm not going to write this. I will share this code with you also in here. Okay, now I will talk about the MVC structure. What is meaning of that thing? MVC. Okay, that is nothing. Model, view, okay, and controller. Okay, so what is meaning of model? That is basically nothing but a database database management, okay, or server. Okay, what is meaning of view? That is nothing but UI. Okay, meaning of this view is UI. That is, am I writing some HTML code there or not? So that is our UI. What is controller? Controller is a backend logic. Okay, when I writing a backend logic, that is a controller. Okay, so this is a MVC model view controller, where we divided our application into three systems. So we already talk about this in between one view. Okay, let's discuss about a model and controller. So how to make a model and controller? We will delete this thing. Okay, move to recycle bin, and we will follow the separate code. So I will make some folder here, and I will gonna make a controller. Okay, controller folder. Then I am going to make a model folder. Okay, then I am going to write some, if I write some security or something, config. Okay, configuration. Then I will write here something that is called uh, route. Okay, routes. Okay, I think this will be enough. Okay, to create a basic API. There is util and many more you can write. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so here we can write, and then we having something required, so we can install those things. Okay, so I will install some packages. I will require npm. I already install sir express.js. Then I required JSON web token. JSON web token. Okay, so I'm not going to use this today. Okay, no requirement. I'm not going to use big crypt. Okay, I will use a mongoose. Okay, I'm going to use mongoose. It is a ODM. Okay, so we will learn about a mongoose tomorrow. Okay, so here I'm going to install a mongoose only. Okay, I require a .env file also. So if I search how to install .env, so just search .env. Okay, and you will get this response here. Okay, .env. We will cut these things. I can close this thing also. I can close this thing. Okay, I hope everyone able to install this community server and Node.js. If still someone getting error, you can let me know in like Telegram group. Okay, then I require this npm.env. Okay, so I have to connect something, that is I have to write here .env. Here I can mention a port. Okay, I'm going to use for backing 8080 because for front end there is already. Then I am using MongoDB URI. I can write this thing my database. Okay, and like I'm using a BIP. Okay, I'm giving the name BIP. Instead of this, I can write localhost if someone like not able to run. you can write 127.0.0.1, that is equal to the local host. Okay, this is our the basic server of a MongoDB. Okay, so this is a like by default server of the MongoDB. Okay, so you can write this, or we can write simply localhost. Okay, I hope anyone who install a new server, they will not get this thing. Okay, so you can use that 127.0.0.1. Okay, that is a by default server. So here I am going to write the configuration, that is a connection between my MongoDB and my this server. Okay, so here I am writing db.js. Okay, db.js, and I will write I will require that mongoose. Okay, and I will require config from config. I don't require this. Okay, so if I am writing some configuration of MongoDB, we will see. I will explain this in a detail in a last class. Where is my MongoDB URI? In my .env file. So I have to require .env .config. Okay, or I can write like this, require .env, and then I will write something and like this, guys. Let me know. I can write this one like this also, and I can like const. Okay, uh .env. Okay, .env require .env, and I can like write .env .config. Simple as that. Okay, so this is the same thing, that is also the same thing. So let's write this, the simple one. Okay, let me comment this out. Okay, I can write like this. Okay, now I will write const. Okay, and I will write connect db. Okay, and async function, this is asynchronous function, so I have to mention asynchronous. And in asynchronous we always use try and catch block. Okay, then we having a await. Okay, and here I having something that is mongoose.connect. So this thing mongoose.connect will my connect this. Okay, will my connect this uh my server to the database. Okay, connect, it take a string optional and like connect optional. Okay, and promises. Okay, and it required some create a function, create a connect, disconnect, like this. Okay, so it will like able to require, and here we will provide a URL. Basically I can directly provide a URL, but this is a nice way to like follow the structure. So process.env.mongodb URI, then this is not required. You can mention use universal, or you can like mention anything. Okay, you don't require this basically. Okay, we can remove this thing, but we will keep this thing because we follow the structure. So use new URL parcel. Okay, so it will parse our URL. Okay, if there is some problem, it will pass. Use unified topology. Okay, so this is the right thing to use, or true, do the true here. And then console.dot, if it is connected, then write console.log mongodb connected. Okay, and if not connected, then give a error. Okay, And let's connect here, check this thing here. Okay, so I having some dv. Okay, connect dv function. I am sending a connect dv. So I will basically remove this thing. Okay, and here I will write connect to the database, and here I will use a connect dv. As simple as that. Okay. Before that, I have forget to write something that is a model. Okay. If I run this, it will work or not. Let me check. npm start. Yeah, it is working. MongoDB connected. If I check my MongoDB compass, is it connected? Am I able to create any database here? VIP? No, because I didn't mention anything. That is a entity. Okay, I didn't mention something in a model. So I will make a model, user model. Okay, so I will provide user.js, and please everyone, please follow the nomenclature. Okay, it is important to follow the nomenclature. Okay, don't like use another thing. Okay, so I will require a mongoose from here. Okay, and then I can use schema. Okay, const user schema email password created at. I can mention this thing. I will take a user string type. I have to mention type. I will provide a string type required true unique true. I will remove unique from here. Okay, trim true. So I can remove this thing. No required. Okay, name is required. Okay, name will be required. It will required, but not a unique thing. Okay. Okay, email should be unique. Okay, I will give a unique email. I will remove the stream. Okay, and then password already it should be required. I will take a string and required. I will remove this created at. Okay, it will take a default time and date when you create it, so no requirement. I will use instead of address. Okay, so address type string. Okay, so here we have to mention this thing. Okay, this is a we writing this in if you are getting a confused, I am writing this in a JSON language. Okay, so this is a key value pair. I in right side I have to provide a key, and in left side I will provide a object of it. Okay, so this is I am writing in a JSON language. Okay, don't be confused. Then I will give a phone number. Okay, I will remove a requirement from this. Okay, from this one also. So I think this is okay. I will give something here. I will export this. Okay, so I will write module dot. I will still getting some problem here. So I will write some wrong here. uh, I can write it like this. Okay, or instead of this I can say this. So I can write a const user mongoose dot. Okay, or I can directly do that thing. Okay, Control X. Instead of doing this, I can write this. Okay. So I like identify this equal to doing this. Okay. Mongoose dot model, and I will provide a schema and user schema. Okay. Let Control C and do npm start. Okay. MongoDB connected. If I see here, okay, I will not getting anything. Local data, connect database. What is the name of my database? In a server.js, I provide some name that is a VIP, right? So I think localhost is not working properly, or this one is not working. Your database name. Okay, here I am getting my database name. Okay, and this user, I don't think this is. So I will use that code 127 dot this one, and I will read on my server once. npm start. I will restart this compass. Sometime it will stop, guys. I will connect. Am I getting some VIP here? No. So to see. Okay, in a server.js, I forget to configure the .env. So please configure your .env here also. Okay. So config this thing here also. I think it will work now. Okay, now it will work. Database test name. Not getting anything instead. I didn't mention a port here. Okay. Mention 8080 here. 8080. There is a problem or nothing problem in the code, but in my system there will be a problem. I will fix this bug. Okay. my admin I having this config test your rental and this my quiz app my config there is nothing. User local startups. Okay, movie ticket. Let me change the name. Uh, I will change the name from here. Connected either. MongoDB connected. File is a common JS module. It means now converted to ES module. This is a problem I'm getting instead. If I use import mongoose from mongoose like this. Okay. We will see it tomorrow, guys. There is a problem in my system, not in the code. Okay. I think my URL is not okay. MongoDB. This is okay. MongoDB. This is okay. This is okay. Okay. So there is a problem in the code. It is running. Okay. Here it is running. It required a username and password. Okay. To open this thing. But why I'm not getting in my like basic server? I don't know. I will do the new connection. Save and connect. Connect. So it is open. Okay, we will see it tomorrow. Don't worry. Thank you, everyone. Any problem up to this? There is no problem in a code. There is a problem in my system. I will see this like problem and try to resolve this one. What is this? Any any question, guys? Any doubt? We will end up by this to connecting with a MongoDB. We will see tomorrow also the whole CRUD operation, okay, and API and how to protect those API. Okay, we will see the JWT and all those things. And in the third day, we will see the whole thing about the MongoDB. Okay. Problem up to this? Actually, I'm not writing the code of like register or anything. That's why I'm not getting anything. Okay. When I use user.find, then I will definitely able to create the that thing. Okay. Because I'm not sending from something from a server. Okay. I'm just using that thing. So that might be the like not working. Okay, we will create, if we will create some server, okay, then definitely we will get our. You can leave, guys, if you don't having doubt. Any doubt, guys? Please say yes or no. Any doubt? Any doubt up to this? Okay, this is a like a fine code. There is a no like problem. Okay, if I writing some controller, then I will definitely get my uh, user. Okay, there I am not saving that thing. Okay, that's a problem. So if you having any problem up to this, no problem. Okay, Pawan. I hope this is very useful or like session. So thank you everyone.